I'm Senator Dick Black, and I'm a retired colonel who served in uniform for 32 years. What rules make wars of aggression crimes for Nazis, but not for us? We're told that we're fighting a war on terror, but we're not. We're closely allied with terrorists like Al-Qaeda in an endless quest to destroy Arab civilizations throughout the Middle East. And the Constitution drafted under President Assad guarantees equal rights for women, and importantly, it guarantees religious freedom in 3 different parts of the text. I've read it. Syria is a model for other Arab states, especially ones like Saudi Arabia, which have no constitution at all. We call Syria's president a dictator, but in 2014, he was overwhelmingly elected by the people of Syria in a fair and free election. It was very heavily monitored. In 2001, Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld ordered the Pentagon to draft plans to overthrow 7 countries in the Mideast, beginning with Iraq, then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off with Iran. Not one of them had harmed the United States. In 2006, the U.S. Embassy in Damascus drew up detailed plans to destabilize and overthrow Syria. In 2011, also during the Arab Spring, the highly secretive Central Intelligence Agency Special Activities Center sent paramilitary teams into the sovereign territory of Syria to identify, train, equip, and lead terrorists to overthrow the Syrian government. NATO and the United States have maintained an intense propaganda campaign against Syria from the outset. Sarin gas attacks that killed civilians were blamed on President Assad. But not one reporter ever asked why Assad would use gas against children, but not against armies of terrorists bearing down on the capital of Damascus. The reason is obvious. There is no answer for that. Secretary of Defense James Mattis admitted in 2018 that the U.S. had no evidence that Assad had ever used sarin gas. Al-Qaeda cell had infiltrated 2.2 kilos of sarin gas across the border from Turkey for use in Syria, like the 600 BMP-71 anti-tank missiles that the Central Intelligence Agency rushed to Al-Qaeda in 2014 to prepare them to attack across the Turkish border. It was only with those CIA provided anti-tank weapons that the Al-Qaeda terrorists were able to break through the Syrian armor and the Syrian lines and seize the beautiful town of Kasab and behead the Christians who were there and all of the churches, and then smash ancient tombstones with sledgehammers. In 2015, U.S. troops illegally invaded northern Syria and unlawfully seized Syria's oil. We authorized an American oil company to build a refinery for $150 million and to drill for more oil on sovereign Syrian land. This madness must stop. I thank you for the opportunity to talk to you today.